Okay, today Donald Trump made clear what he cares about most. Turning the Supreme Court with what he clearly sees as one of the most pressing issues in the country. His White House ballroom, of course. Trump administration lawyers asked the highest court in the country to step in to overturn a lower court ruling that could have paused construction on Trump's ballroom. And here is the craziest part. There's always a craziest part. The Trump administration said this was all a matter of vital national security. That's been their argument pretty much all along. But there's a big detail that I think is getting lost in the sauce here. Trump's ballroom project is actually two projects. It's an ornate Mar-a-Lago-style gaudy ballroom above ground and a secure bunker underground. And so far, courts have only tried to block the construction of the above-ground portion, not the bunker. As far as the courts are concerned, if Trump wants a bunker, the man can have a bunker. It's the ornate party room that the courts are taking issue with. Because, I mean, come on. Is that really a national security issue? Is that really why the Trump administration went to the Supreme Court today? I think we all know the answer to that one. In fact, I think the Trump administration may have shown a bit too much of their hand today. Because today, as part of their filing before the Supreme Court, the Trump administration included new renderings of none other than Trump's ballroom. Renderings that were notably filled with lots of what else? And look at the pictures on your screen, everyone. Gold. Including some gold that appears to have been added to the project since the last time we got a glimpse of Trump's plans. Specifically, gigantic golden seals on the building's exterior. Gold seals that were notably not part of the original plan Trump's White House submitted when trying to get the project approved. So again, is this really about national security, or is this really about Trump demanding to be surrounded by gold, like he has done with so many of his other White House renovations?
You see the new and improved Oval Office. We handle it with great love and 24-karat gold.
I love the gold on the ceiling.
It's pretty nice. I can't tell you how much that gold costs. A lot of money.
I love the gold, but if you don't use 24-karat gold, it doesn't look good.
It's all the real deal 24-karat gold. We added a lot of 24-karat gold, and it's very expensive and I think very beautiful. You know, when you look at the fireplace, when you have a leader sitting on the one side and the other side, and you look at what's behind with the lights beaming, and that's all 24-karat gold, and that's why it just beams.
Was it not gold before this?
No, it wasn't. They didn't have really any gold.
Yeah, fact check true. I mean, having worked in the White House for two presidents, I can confirm there really was not a whole lot of real gold there. There's never been much of a need for a whole lot of real gold. There still isn't. And there certainly is no national security reason that everything in the White House has to be coated in gold. And I don't just mean gold paint. I mean real gold. Trump has been incredibly clear that gold paint is not good enough for him.
You've never been able to match gold with gold paint. That's why it's gold. You can't imitate gold, real gold. There's no paint that imitates gold.
So these aren't like from Home Depot or something?
No, this is not Home Depot stuff. You can't imitate gold. See, I'm a gold person. It's all real stuff.
He's a gold person, everyone. It's all real stuff. Trump can't have it any other way. And now Trump is going to the Supreme Court and demanding that they let him keep building his ballroom. A ballroom which the Washington Post reports the project's contractor estimates will cost $600 million, with half of the cost coming from taxpayer dollars. And while American taxpayer dollars are paying for, well, I guess all of Trump's gold, today the U.S. Census Bureau released numbers showing that Americans cut their spending last month as higher food and energy costs ate into the already strapped budgets of lower-income families. And guess what one of the main expenses Americans cut last month was? You probably know it already. Buying gas. Trump wants American taxpayers to buy him more gold decor, while huge swaths of the country can't afford to buy gas. And the thing is, he doesn't really seem to care.
For you to pay a tiny little bit more for your gasoline, just remember, you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have a country. Really, it's the number one state sponsor of terror in the world. We don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have to pay a little bit more. You're at $4. It's okay. I mean, it's I'll never apologize.
Trump's message to the American people is that they can suffer. That's a sacrifice that he is willing to make. But he, on the other hand, needs gold. Lots of it. And you should pay for it.